I just feel like something good is on the way.
I just feel like something good is on the way. Yeah. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Secret VCG Experience. I'm your host, Jeff Stevens. This is your other host, Aaron Gustin.
Hey.
Aaron, we have a surprise guest today. We're going to guess the guest.
We are going to try to guess the guest. So
Have I ever met this person?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I had never met this person until about a minute ago.
I know this is why we're trying a new thing here where it's not somebody inside the company. It's just somehow Josh Early has gotten this person in the last hour to agree to do this.
Yes.
Just walking around town, I guess.
Well,
okay, here we go.
Josh helped us out and got some facts about this person.
I like it.
I guess there is a statistical chance that you do know this person.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to that or not, but
Okay.
we'll find out. Okay. So this person alleges,
Yep,
and I believe them,
sure,
that they graduated from the U.S. Army Special Forces School in 1987.
graduated from Special Forces in 87.
And they didn't know that they were going to that school until they got there.
Whoa.
So this person is Special Forces trained. So I'm going to watch what I say.
Yeah, smart.
Okay. In their off time of their current role, so that helps you know that they're employed right now, they work for a nonprofit ministry called Guidelight. They travel all over the U.S. and the world, giving biblical hope and practical help to families experiencing disability.
Cool.
Does this narrow it down at all? Any chance you've had an interaction?
Oof.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
This is hard when the universe of people to guess is everyone on earth. I mean,
That's not an employee at Village. I'll narrow it
Right.
down. They're not an employee at Village Caregiving.
right. Okay.
In 2011, this person authored a book. The book was called Wrestling with an Angel. It was about raising their son who has severe cognitive and physical disabilities.
Okay.
That was the three fundamental clues that we have. Okay. So I will start to narrow the scope some. Okay. This person is employed within the village of Barboursville.
I figured that. Well, I mean, Josh walked around here. Wait a second. 87. I'm trying to get an age pin down here. That would help a lot. Can you just tell me? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'll guess the wrong stuff.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'll tell you what, why don't we let the guests introduce themselves? We'll get them in here and
Okay.
we'll meet them together. How's that sound?
All right, let's do it. I'm so curious now. Who we got? Hey. How are you, Greg? Yeah, I know you.
Greg, it's a pleasure, man. Have a seat.
I don't know. Have we ever really met, though? I mean, I know who you are, and I've heard a lot about you, but I don't think we've ever really met in person.
I think we've just met in passing.
Yeah, have mutual friends and connections and
Yes,
stuff.
I'm sure we do.
Yeah.
Well, on a positive note, we've not met because if we met in your line of work, it could be a problem. So
Could
I'm
be.
thankful that he's like, yeah, I met you last Friday. You were a problem. No. So, Mr. Lucas, what do you want us to call you here?
Greg.
Greg's fine. All right. You can call me Aaron. You can
Okay.
call him Jeff. So,
It's Chief of Police, man.
yeah. Greg, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do.
Well, my name is Greg Lucas. I'm the Chief of Police at the Barboursville Police Department. Fairly new since January. Before that, I was the Deputy Chief, and before that, I was on the Detective Unit for probably 16 of my 18 years that I've been there with the Barboursville Police Department.
Wow.
I live in the village.
Okay.
I'm a resident of the village. I'm married, have 4 children, 4 grandchildren.
Wow.
And and Josh called me about an hour ago and said, "Hey, you want to be on a podcast?"
We joked about, we'll let you get into your question here, but we joked about the concept of What if you just called someone and said, or found them and said, hey, come in, get on podcast? Like, well, would someone agree to that? We had a very mixed group. Some people's like, I would never do it. Some people said, oh yeah, I'd look forward to it. Where did you fall? You're clearly here. So either you owed him a favor or
I think the first thing I thought was, you guys are really doing this? That could be really dangerous.
very fair.
Just to pull somebody off the street and bring them in a studio and ask them a bunch of questions that's going to go on a podcast. So that's the first thing that I thought.
Yeah.
The second thing that I thought was how ironic that text was, because 72 hours ago, I was in Houston doing a 3-hour podcast.
Wow.
With Godlight Ministries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
how neat. Well,
yeah.
you're practiced up and
Yeah.
ready to roll.
I guess so.
Teach us some stuff.
Yeah.
You're seriously.
How was it?
Yeah, right.
It was very interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
How are you and Josh? Are you friends outside of, or I mean, not outside of work because you don't work here, but
I've known Josh through church for probably 15 years. Yeah.
How neat. Yeah. So, Tim Holmes, Brian Patton, guys like you're friends with them, right?
Tim's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Brian Patton too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a lot with their families.
So I feel like I kind of know you from just hearing them talk about you all the time, tell stories and stuff. That's cool. Thanks for doing it, man.
Thank you.
Well, so we generally do this session called the Fast Five. They're 5 very simple questions. They won't throw you for a loop at all. And let's see how this goes. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as Aaron said, I just think it's interesting to ask these questions. Just, it doesn't have to, what's it have to do with whether or not you work here? They're not work related. I would ask these to anybody and find it fascinating. So here we go. Fast 5. Number 1 is, if failure was not an option and money was not a concern, what would you do?
If failure was not an option and money was not a concern, and I'm 100% genuine when I say this, I would be a police officer.
Yeah.
It's the job that has fit me since I was in my early 20s. I couldn't imagine not doing it. I probably will imagine not doing it in the near future as I get to retirement age.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a very difficult thing for me. I love police work, and I love policing this community right here. And if I won the lottery tomorrow, and I wouldn't tell anybody because I would still want to keep doing my job as a police officer.
What a great answer. Well, you all do a great job. I'll tell you, Barboursville's police force is renowned for how good it is, I believe.
Well,
I
good.
mean, if you pop around here, if I left something at work and I have to come by around midnight or something to get it, I can count on there's going to be probably somebody on patrol
Yes.
that keeps an eye on everything. And that's a great feeling.
Yeah, the village is our number one priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you do retire, what do you suspect you might find yourself doing?
Oh, I suspect that I will. I've worked for Guidelight, this nonprofit, for 16 years, and I suspect that I will work for them full time when I retire in some capacity.
Yeah. So you're really already living out the answer to the question. That's awesome.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Number 2, what is something that you were confident about 5 years ago that you now think was wrong?
Oh, wow. Something that I was confident about 5 years ago that I now think is wrong. 5 years ago, I was very confident that my physical strength would last.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now as I approach 60 years old, I realize how wrong that I was. I wake up every morning sore from sleep injuries now.
That's what I said this morning. I'm not joking around.
I was on a plane coming back from Houston, and I was looking out the window, and I yawned, and something in my neck popped.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
And I was in extreme pain, and it was a yawning injury. So, I was very wrong 5 years ago about how long my physical strength and health would last. And I kind of dread the next 5 years and what that might hold too. So if you're 40, hold on to that.
Yeah.
If you're 50, hold on to it real tight. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, close to 60, you look like you're not even 50
Turned 60
yet.
this year.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
God, you're fit as a fiddle. And look young. Yeah, sneezing does that to me. And I'm not trying to even remotely be funny. I brace myself. I get ready for it. I'm normally a double sneezer.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt a muscle in my back 50% of the time.
Very true.
I need to start holding them in. Number 3, what is one habit that has made the biggest difference in your life?
One habit that has made the biggest difference in my life is I get up every morning at 5:30 and I pour me a cup of coffee, now from a espresso machine, since my daughter is now a at-home barista. She's a coffee person, so she has an espresso machine. So I just recently started making espresso, which I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I pour myself a cup of coffee at 5:30 in the morning. I go over and I sit in my chair that faces the window, and I reach over and I have 3 books. And one book is a devotional book on the Psalms, one book is my Bible, and one book is the State of West Virginia Code and Ordinance Law book. And for as long as I can remember, those 3 books have been on my stand, and that's the investment time that I make first thing in the morning. Is I read a psalm, I read a passage of scripture, and then I read something from that codified ordinance book on search and seizure or traffic ordinances or criminal law, and I try to keep those 3 things central as I go through my day.
It's a great answer. So, sorry. I swallowed that water funny and I about drowned myself. Good grief. Oh, okay. You can clip that together. Did you see me ever hear about having a spasm a second ago?
I was just hoping your house was clean.
In the middle of a really good answer. You just like that moment, like you ever been in class or back in school.
I thought you was holding back a sneeze there.
Right. Okay, just leave it all in. It's pretty funny. Yes, when you read the police code, the chances that that exact thing you read happens to come up that day or even that week, probably not that great. So what is the intention there? Just the discipline of doing it every day?
So reading the police code is the same intention as reading the scriptures. It's I don't know if I'm going to run into it that day, but I know I'm going to run into it in my lifetime, and it's going to really matter when I do, and I need to know the answer when it does.
Yeah.
And as the chief of police especially, I need to be very familiar with the codes and the laws, and especially with search and seizure laws, Second Amendment laws, Fourth Amendment laws. And so when my guys ask a question about how do I approach this vehicle or this house? Can I go in this house and search it, or can I search this person under certain circumstances? I have to be able to give them an accurate answer to that.
Yeah.
And so it's the same with scripture. If one of my kids come to me, my adult kids come to me and say, Dad, I'm really having trouble with my son. And what does the Bible say about sons? And so I have to be able to, have that within me so that I can regurgitate it back in some helpful way.
What a great answer. Number 4. What is something that you pretend to understand but really don't? We get things like cryptocurrency.
Write that one down.
I was going to say women in general, but no, it's my wife and my daughter, probably.
Yeah.
I've been married for 38 years, and she surprises me every day. And most times this is being recorded.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You're fine. You're fine.
And it's always a good surprise too.
They call those blessings.
Yes,
is what they
blessings
call
in disguise. Yes, but yeah, I will never pretend to know that I know, even as intimately as I know my wife for 38 years. I'd never pretend to know that I know everything about her, because she's a wonderful human being and she's a woman.
Yeah, that's right. And I live right now. Our son's out of the house in college, and so it's my wife and my daughter too. She's 11. I don't need to know what's going on half the time, and there's stuff that's intentionally I don't need to know what's going on, right? And that's fine. But I've just come to this realization lately, and it's kind of like laying down a lot of your own ego, because you can get wrapped up in your own life and. I do a lot. I'm a busy person. I travel a lot, got an important job, and all that type of stuff. And so it's easy to just think, be focused internally. And so the phrase is just like, this is my dream. Everybody's in my dream. I recently, it feels a good feeling to surrender that and be like, I'm not. I'm in my wife's dream.
Yes.
She's out here just conquering so many things in the freaking world these days.
Oh, yes.
Got her own podcast and Mrs. America, and I could get one on. She's an ultra marathon trail runner and super accomplished. Does all these amazing things, and I'm like, I'm just happy to have a window seat for the ride that is your life and get to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm in your dream. I always thought it was the other way around when I was young and arrogant. Nope.
I feel the same way because my job feels as if it's important. And my involvement with Guidelight, travel all over the world. I speak to different families, and I wrote a book, and so I feel really, really important sometimes. And then I come home, and my wife has been an NICU nurse for 35 plus years, and she has literally nursed thousands of babies back from certain death to life. And quietly behind the scenes, not talking about it with anybody. And so I always tell people, I'm the mouth of the family. She's the heart of the family. And without the heart, the mouth has nothing to say. So, yeah.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, last one. We like to end with a simple question. So the fifth one is just simply, what is the meaning of life? We can hash that out real quick, right?
Yeah, sure. I've got an answer for that. The meaning of life is that every single person who has ever been born is going to live forever. And depending on where you invest your faith is going to tell where you're going to be for that time. And for me, the meaning of life is that I don't have the strength, I don't have the answers, I don't have the capability to do what's right all till the end of time. And so I have to put my faith into something much, much bigger than that. And I'm a Christian by faith, and so I believe the meaning of life is to trust Christ and His life for our life, and His death for our death, and His resurrection for our future. And that is the meaning of life.
You've gotten an A+. Thank you for sharing all of that.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. And it's also on the spot. I mean, you really know yourself, and you can tell you spend a lot of time in healthy self-reflection. I mean, those are hard questions if you just never thought about that type of thing. But yeah, very impressive.
Good. Well, thank you.
Yeah. My answers would not be that good. There's no way if you pulled me in here within 1 hour that they would be that good. Yeah. All right. Fast five.
So generally in this part of the podcast is when we would talk a little bit of work. And so in your position now as the chief, I'm guessing at some point started off just in patrol, right?
Yes.
Fresh out of the academy or out on the street. And then this career comes into different focuses and frames. And now you're in this position of, I don't know how, are you still doing what you would consider like basic police work? I want to pose that question the right way, but like still doing patrols and stuff. Or are you mainly in a full leadership role where you're not as public facing as you once were?
I am not doing police work now, which is very difficult for me.
Yeah.
I'm almost 100% administrative now. I am steering the ship.
Yeah.
And I really miss being a deck mate on that ship.
I got you.
But as the captain of the ship, I'm responsible for that whole ship. And so I have to steer it through the storms, and I have to watch out for rocks, and I have to watch out for holes in the ship, and I got to patch those holes, and that's a very important part of my job. And so I do still take that seriously, and I like I said, I love what I do, but at the same time, I miss being on the deck.
Sure.
I miss getting out there with people and solving problems and going home at the end of the night and saying, I really made a difference in somebody's life, you
Sure.
know, as opposed to, I really shuffled a lot of paper today,
Yeah.
you know. So, yeah, I don't do a lot of police work anymore, but the good part about that is that I'm raising up police officers. So I'm able to be sort of a father figure to some of those younger officers, and a father figure that I wish I had as I was a young officer. And so I can mentor them and I can answer their questions and I can show them what not to do,
Right.
and what to do. And so those are rewarding aspects of leadership also.
So in that capacity now, you are looking for talent, right? You're in the recruitment and retention side. You're in the staff development side. And you're hoping to bring up future leaders, right? Maybe the next police chief is currently serving.
I'm hoping to replace myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how are you, in our case, we're constantly developing, right? We have internal promotion processes and we have, Village Caregiving prides itself. We have a long tenured staff here. When people come and stay a really long time at Village Caregiving. In your role over there, as you're at the top of, as you said, kind of piloting that ship, what are you looking for in new staff? What traits are you looking for there? And then how you're developing people that are coming behind you. What are you looking for in that?
So for the longest time, I was involved in the hiring process of the police department, even as an investigator. I did all the backgrounds and all the testing and interviews and things like that. And I always told every single one of our new recruits or new hires or prospective hires that we can train you to do anything we want you to be able to do. So your capabilities are not really impressive to us. Your personality is what's impressive to us. I can't fix a personality.
Yeah.
I can fix your weaknesses. I can give you things that'll make you stronger. I can train you in firearms and self-defense and criminal law, but I cannot fix a personality problem. So we look for personalities, personalities that are able to interact with people on the street, personalities that are able to get along with a family of law enforcement within our department, and families that some of the faces that are on the Huntington Police Department, those personalities might not mesh with the personalities of the guys on the Barboursville Police Department. So it has to be a personality that fits within our family of law enforcement officers too. And once we find that person and they have integrity and they have honor and they have drive, then hey, we can fix everything else and we can make them into the police officer that we need to be.
I got you. What are you right now working on for yourself to be a better leader for your department?
Mainly trying to get back out of my office and back out on the street and back into the lives of the police officers that are on that ship that I'm steering. I don't ever want to be in a position where I totally separate myself from those police officers. And so my goal in the next, from now till January, is absolutely to get more face time with my officers, get more time out of the office onto the street, in more time in the community. And in order to do that, right now I'm just saturated with trying to learn the job, trying to develop myself so I know everything that everybody's doing. And then once I do that, I can let go of some things and I can get out there and build some relationships.
I got you. Last question on that line. What do you think that would change by having that community presence that you don't feel like you're getting right now with your staff or with the community?
I think within my staff, it shows them that the standard that I set for them is, I'm not a hypocrite. It's the same standard that I follow. And so if I'm out there with them on the street and I require them to do something, then they're gonna have to be able to look at me and saying, are you doing the same thing? It's a level of fitness with that. If I say, I don't want a bunch of unfit police officers on my police department. I want you all to work out. I want you to run. I want you to take care of yourselves. I want you to eat right. Then they're going to have to look at me and say, are you doing those things?
Sure.
And I'm going to have to say, okay, I'll do those with you. In the community, it's the same way. I live in this community. I'm invested in this community. I'm not an outsider. And so I want this community to know that when something happens and we drop the ball on that, or their car gets broken into, or their house gets broken into, that I actually feel that as a person.
Yeah.
I feel that as a community member, not just as a police officer who's doing it for a job.
That is exceptionally well said. What we got next, host? Are we going to play a game here real quick? We got 5 minutes left.
We do.
One thing I'm not good at is games.
Are you
okay? So
competitive?
not really.
You're not competitive. The last guest we had on would,
No.
I believe I need to check with you about some potential felonies, honestly. I had several notes. Do you think that it's legal in the state of West Virginia to own an otter as a pet?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I bet owning an otter doesn't show up in the code. Well, actually, it probably does. I don't know.
There is probably a Department of Natural Resources or DNR.
DNR somewhere.
DNR scenario.
So, you familiar with Mount Rushmore?
Yes.
Okay, so Mount Rushmore, 4 faces, right? And so sometimes we play a game in here. It's called Draft Day, all right? And we use an example, like favorite fast food restaurants, okay? You would name one, I would name one, he would name one, then he would name his second one, I would name my second, you name your third, you'd also name your fourth, and so on, okay? So we sometimes will select a topic, and we have an odd number of studio audience here. And we come up with our best 4 things, okay, off this topic. All right. And then we allow the studio audience to select. Now, I will say, I believe that you're at an advantage because, none of these people want to encounter you, out there. So they're going to be like, hey, remember, I picked you, right? But don't let that get in your head, okay? And so we pick a random topic, and today's random topic is going to be the Mount Rushmore of movies.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I love the reaction. That always makes me feel like I did a good job.
The Mount Rush. So, okay. This is one that's really important. Are we trying to select the greatest movies ever or our favorite movies?
That's a good question.
There's more than one way to skin that cat, huh?
Yeah. So you can either go with a personal integrity answer of this is my Mount Rushmore, or you can try to go with what you would believe the judging audience would go with. If you're not competitive, you could care less. You're just going to stick with what you know. During the fast food game, for instance, he picked Long John Silver's.
I knew that I was going to lose I know.
Thank
right?
you. Thank
I
you.
like chicken planks at Long John Silver's, but I knew I was going to lose. I see. That was a good example.
He said,
Yeah.
I could have just said Taco Bell.
he could.
Much wider audience, but I like Long John's.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Now, I am admittingly at a disadvantage when I picked this.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what
Because,
Drek you come up with.
yeah.
He told me his favorite movie one time. I'd never even heard of it.
It's called, you're going to be familiar with it, I would assume, Four Brothers. Are you familiar with that movie at all?
No.
Okay. Well, bit of a law enforcement movie. Thought maybe you watched it.
No, I don't watch law enforcement.
It's like a
movies.
comedy
It's
or something,
really-
isn't it?
No, it's not a comedy.
Oh, I don't know.
It's so hurtful.
That's a Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Similar. All right. So 4 movies. You'll have your first selection. If someone else takes a selection of yours, you can complain about it, but you don't get it. So the first movie face on your Mount Rushmore would be?
The first movie face on my Mount Rushmore would be Patrick Swayze from Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Simply because the Roadhouse rules are what we establish in law enforcement with new recruits.
Wow.
Really? What is
Do you
that?
know the Roadhouse rules?
No.
I don't.
Never underestimate your opponent.
Okay. That's good advice.
Always take the fight outside. Be nice until it's time not to be nice. Those are the Roadhouse rules.
I do kind of remember that now that
And
you
we
say
go over
yeah.
those with every recruit, and they're applicable to every recruit starting out in law enforcement.
When you say take the fight outside,
That means that you don't want to fight in a closed-in space. You want to get them out of a car, out of a house, out of a
Okay.
restaurant. You want to move them away from the area where the conflict starts.
you taking notes?
Well,
Take fight.
And the hardest one of those, of course, is be nice.
Yeah. Those are great.
But that is very effective.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, I'm going to get so much crap for these.
Probably not. We never even heard of them. Just throw anything out there.
Throw anything. That's so hurtful. I'm going to go with Lincoln.
Okay. Best Picture nominee.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis basically transformed into Lincoln in that movie.
I know.
It's a good choice.
Thank you.
Okay, I got back-to-back third and fourth pick.
Third and fourth.
Oh boy. This is really down to do I want to win or do I just want to say my favorite movies? I'm going to try to find a middle ground. Yeah. A classic that is one of my legitimate 4 favorite movies is Casablanca.
Mm.
And then what if it's a TV miniseries that had a few episodes?
Has to be a movie.
Oh.
Because I love Lonesome Dove.
Oh, it's great, but it's not a movie.
It doesn't count? Okay.
Nope. We'll do favorite TV shows on it if you want.
Gee whiz, he's so mean. He said be nice.
He's beat me the last 2 rounds.
Maybe that was until it was time not to be nice.
I don't.
I'm going to say.
I said county fair on favorite date night activity. I know. You don't have to help.
Which county?
Yeah, there's a good question. Not all county fairs are made equal.
That's very true.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ugly.
Yeah.
All right. And I got a little different genres going here.
Okay. I am going to go with, and I'm taking the beating here, and I'm okay with it. I'm going to go with Toy Story, the original. It means a lot to my childhood. It means a lot to my kids.
I mean, okay. Pixar kind of changed.
Pixar's, yeah.
I think the American Film Institute did a top 100 back at around the year 2000, and Toy Story came in like number 98 all-time film.
Huh.
I'm on
the list right now.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I've got a more serious one that I've probably watched several times, and I'm not a serious movie guy at all. But I would have to say Legends of the Fall.
Yeah.
Just the Montana scenery and that genre back in that day. And
Well, you get a third choice here.
okay, a third one will be very similar to that movie, and it's A River Runs Through It.
God, that's what I thought of when you said Legends of the Fall. That was my grandfather. One of his very favorite movies before he died. He told me that River Runs Through It.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with.
You're going to have to edit. I'm over here having coughing fits. He's taking forever.
Step Brothers.
Greg's being
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Step Brothers, Jeff. Step Brothers.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I should get a comedy in here.
No feel no obligation.
I'm going to say the comedy. My favorite comedy is The Big Lebowski. You can put me down for that. I've got a drama. I've got a Western. I've got a comedy. Now, a little known fact, I am a musical guy. So I'll go down that road. This is one that's going to get me killed. Oh, this is my Long John Silver's. That's what it is. It's the sound of music. I love it. I did a tour of it in Salzburg one time. I don't care. You can make fun of me.
I plan to.
It's a classic. Classic.
All right. Let's see. Greg's on my side.
My final selection. I am going with Four Christmases.
It's a good one.
It's got some classic moments.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some great scenes in that.
The wrestling scene. The best. Yeah. Yeah.
Woman swaddle that child.
Yeah. Unfit mother.
You unfit mother.
Then the car. What? You were dying out there. I had to save it. Okay. Last pick, right?
I was good to your mother. Never mistreated her, put a roof over her head. Dad, you quit talking to her. Yeah, so.
Okay, I'll keep it along the same genre.
Here we go.
The movie that I've watched the most times in my life.
Yes.
I can probably quote just about any line from it. It's a tradition in our family for the past 15 years, probably, is Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
God, such a great.
I feel like you just won some votes, maybe. I don't know. There was a lot of reaction in here to that.
It just never wears out.
Never
I don't
wears
think you can watch it in July, but man, when that
Yeah.
thing's on around Christmas, it is. Okay. So you have Roadhouse, Legends of a Fall, River Runs Through It, and Christmas Vacation. I have Lincoln, Toy Story, Step Brothers, and Four Christmases. You have Casablanca, Good, Bad, and Ugly, The Big Lebowski, and Sound of Music. Does everyone agree with their choices?
Yes.
Studio audience. Now, in the event that we have a tie, okay, there's a person that we can call. All right. He's in Chicago. He's known for always answering the phone. He works for the company. We don't tell him who said what, but we let him pick. Okay.
I don't know where this is going to go.
Are you locked? Are you locked? Are you locked?
Oh,
Okay.
Gosh. I got to warn you, I'm on a hot streak.
Grace, who do you pick?
You, Aaron.
Gosh.
Don't feel bad about that, Grace. You've done the right thing here today.
You know Step Brothers?
That's the only movie out of all those that you recognize?
Yeah, I mean, I've
Okay.
heard of Sound of Music from my Nana's house,
Ssure.
but like, that's it out of all of them.
Your name's a
Wow.
good lady.
Yeah.
It's all right. Some people
Chris.
not into films.
You want to go? You want with him?
No.
Oh, you want to go to early?
Yeah, I was gonna.
You want to pass the vote?
Yes. Well, I love there.
This is. It doesn't even matter, Chris. Oh my goodness!
Oh, wow, unanimous.
But it was really tough. It was tough.
This is. I will admit for the camera, this is the first time that I've ever truly listed if it was my Mount Rushmore. I gave no consideration to anyone else. I went with as you said, I've watched Four Christmases more than any movie in my life.
Yeah.
Like we watch it every year,
Yeah.
twice.
Well, and it works. See what your reward is? You want to know which movie I think I've watched more times than any in my life?
Yeah.
Rocky IV.
Mm.
I don't even know why. As a kid, I just had the
that the
VHS cassette. Yeah, with Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
I would watch it and pretend like I was fighting somebody and
Yeah.
get punched, like imaginary, and throw myself back on
Yeah,
the
that's a
bed.
big one.
I really thought you would name a Rocky movie in your list because you probably have talked about Rocky more than any other.
Oh, well,
I know.
yeah.
Well, so here at the end, we do the final word. Okay. And that is really just an opportunity for you to say anything. It can be
Words of wisdom to
Yeah.
something that
And
you saw
bring people off
interesting.
the street and give them this?
never had before you.
Wow.
And if you want to do, you can do a firearm expedition. We did a
Okay.
juggling competition recently. Sometimes it's just advice. Someone gave some advice the other day that was really solid. So you can do anything with that you like.
Here's some great advice.
Okay.
And we live in a community, we live in a state, we live in a nation that is very fixated on firearms,
Okay.
especially our state of West Virginia. Everybody's got a gun.
Yeah.
They just a few years ago, they made a law said that you not only can carry a gun on your side in public, you can conceal a gun without a permit in the public. Which made our job a little bit interesting because now everybody's got a hidden gun on them. So that's not a big problem. We all believe in, the right to bear arms, but the problem is none of these people know how to use these guns.
I see.
And so we're having a lot of negligent discharges. A few years back, we had a young boy in our community that pulled a gun out of his mom's closet and aimed it at his friend, didn't think it was loaded, shot him, killed him right there in the house. So here's my ending advice. There are 4 firearms safety rules.
I'm
Okay?
gonna write these down.
4. Everyone in the history of the world who has ever been shot or shot at or wounded or killed with a firearm has violated one of these 4 rules. So if you keep all 4 rules, you'll never accidentally shoot yourself or somebody else. Rule number 1 is you treat every gun as if it were loaded. So if you see a gun laying on a table or in a closet or somebody hands you a firearm and says it's not loaded, you still treat that gun as if it were loaded. Okay. Rule number 2 is you never, ever let the barrel cross anything you don't want to destroy. So if you have a gun and somebody hands you a gun and you don't do this, okay? You pretend like there's a giant laser sticking out the end of that barrel, and whatever it crosses, it's going to destroy. So my daughter, if I have a gun and I take my gun out of the holster and I lay it on a table and it's pointing in a bad direction, she will actually come. First thing she'll do is make sure it's unloaded. Then she'll point it in a different direction, a safe direction. Rule number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you're on target and ready to shoot. If you look at any kind of depiction of a police officer or even a soldier when they're holding their firearm, their trigger finger is straight ahead, okay? You don't ever put your finger on the trigger until you're on sight and ready to engage the target. And rule number 4 is know your target and what is beyond your target. Unlike the movies, bullets don't stop when they hit people. They go through people, they go through walls, they go through buildings, they go through trees, they go through leaves, and they continue going until they stop. And sometimes what's beyond your target can end up being a target in and of itself if you're not sure about where that bullet's going to stop. So treat every gun as if it were loaded. Never let your barrel cross anything you don't want to destroy. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to engage your target, and know your target and what's behind your target. If you keep those 4 rules, you will never hurt anyone with a gun that you do not intend to hurt.
Perfect. Thank you. You know, some of that stuff is so ingrained so deeply in me from my dad when I was a little kid. Like, it's even hard for me to watch somebody point a little toy rubber band gun at somebody.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't do that. Yeah. Oh, thanks for leaving us with that.
I wish
That's
we could
awesome.
teach that in the schools, but unfortunately, they won't let us talk about guns in schools. So,
well, it would probably save some people if you did. So,
Awesome. Well, you did it.
great.
this was a roaring
was
success.
great.
Thank you for doing this. That's
Thank you
awesome.
for having me.
Yeah. Say your ministry one more time, so people that are interested can make a donation, look into it, whatever.
Yeah, so it's Guidelight Disability Ministry, and it is a total nonprofit, and we run on donations, and we take families from all over the world and we bring them into retreat centers, and we give them a full weekend retreat to help them with their children with disabilities. Some of these families are isolated. They have no community. They've never been away from their children. And so we take their children and take care of their children and give them some extra time, put them on a date night some nights. And some of these parents have never been away from their kids and they don't know what to do. And so we take them Thursday through Sunday, and all of it's donated, 100%. We have volunteers from churches. We have volunteers from universities that come in. We'll have 80 volunteers to 12 families, and we just run in and take care of everything for them. And it's we do it about 6 to 7 times a year, and it's a wonderful experience for these families, and it sets a trajectory for them to do a lot more with their life after that.
That's great. Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We
Play
appreciate
that
it.
music off. Yeah. Thanks very much. What a treat. That was a pleasure.